Welcome back. My name's Jessica from Jessica's Craft Time, and today we are working on our holiday times miniature room. So I've got everything in my little tub sorted. I love these little containers. They came from Kmart, and they had erasers in them. So I use them for a gift for the little kids at my son's preschool, and I'm like, those containers are super, super cute. So we did the wreath. Let's have a look. I've got all my little bits in one. The wreath was one of the last ones we did. And the little glasses are in there as well. So I thought the containers are going to be coming really handy because I can just keep all my little bits that are made in it. So today I think we're starting on the curtains. So if I'm correct, this should be the right little container for it. I'm still getting a glare on my light. So what I did was I cut out the template for the fabric, and then I actually ran double-sided tape down the fabric and cut it out. It held the pieces in place, but I also tapped the double-sided tape a couple of times so it was sticky but not overly sticky, and that meant I could cut all the pieces out and I know what the pieces are. I just made sure I ran down the tape round about where all the pieces were. So we've got our two curtains here. So it says fold down 5 millimeters and stick well. Okay, so this must be where we've got to actually put the holes. So what am I going to... Oh, I think I got a fabric glue. I did get a fabric glue, and from memory it was really smelly. Okay. Don't want to use double-sided tape because we've got to pierce a toothpick through it. So let's just put a little bit of... I don't want to put... Oh, that doesn't want to come undone. Hang on. Bear with me while I try and get this undone. There you go. I want it to stick down, but I don't want it to go solid, because if it goes solid, then I'm not going to be able to pierce a toothpick through it. So let's just try this fabric glue. I'm guessing they want it there for stability when we pierce holes through it. I'm just going to put just a little bit on it. I'm going to do both of them at the same time, just because I have the glue out. And this glue is really stringy. Let's just... Excuse me. I'm getting strings of it everywhere. So we want to do about the same. Hopefully we're going to be able to pierce through that. And then divide into 7 parts via the broken line. So we want only 0.4. So it wants us to sort of do... How many? 1, 2, 3. Makes... I don't know if this will quite be 7, but it'll be what it'll be. Okay, so what I'm going to do while I try and hold that, I'm going to grab I've got tweezers on one end. Actually, there's one up here. Okay, so I'm going to put the clip there and tweezers there, because then we need to wrap some ribbon round and drill the holes. So I'll just grab 2 more clips because we'll do both together. me just get my clips. Now, I don't know if I've done 7. I've just like gone backwards and forwards, so whatever it'll be is whatever it'll be. So I hope you're all doing well. Okay, I've got that top bit pretty well. This fabric is kind of folding for me. Oops, there's another one. There. So we need to put ribbon around. So I've got my piece of ribbon here, which needs to be 3 centimeters. That's inches. Grab a pair of scissors. Just cut that in half. Okay, now I might try this fabric glue again if it hasn't. Oh, it's pretty much dried. I'll get some more. Dries pretty quickly. And the strings on it, it's just stringy. I got strings of glue. Okay. I'm going to dip one end in if I can. Probably should have dipped both ends, and then I'm going to stick it on that end and work it around. Oops, it came undone. Let's see how we go. I reckon it's too long. Of course, I didn't snip it all the way through, did I? Oh, this fabric glue's all stuck. Okay, I'm just going to move my tweezers up and clip it there so it dries, and we'll do the same to this one. What have I done in my folding? Okay, I'm going to clip that right on the end. Dip it in my glue again. Wrap it around. Come on, wrap it around. We'll get there. Now I'm going to put this glue dob there. I think I've got a dollop. And yet again, this ribbon's slightly too big. I did get my baby wipe out today. Woohoo! I remembered. I actually have a container coming to store my baby wipes in. So hopefully for when I forget to take them out, it won't. I'm going to move that clip up and just clip that there for a second. Hopefully when I forget to take them out, then won't be so loud. That plastic that they're in is really, really loud. Okay, now we need to take a toothpick. They did supply one, but I'm just going to use one of mine because I don't know what I did with it. And actually, no. I'm going to use my take-a-pick because I reckon it's going to be sharper and more sturdier than a toothpick. Nope. Where's that toothpick gone? This is what I was afraid of, that it's going to be really, really hard to pierce through. The take-a-pick's probably got too pointier ends. Okay. Do you know what? We're going to get this wire and see if I can do it straight on the wire. Because once I take the toothpick or whatever out, it's going to be very hard to find that hole again. This is going to be fiddly. If you've managed to do this a different way, please let me know in the comments. Any tips that you have, greatly appreciated. I'm worried I'm going to just mangle it. I don't know if it's so hard because of the glue I used or just because this is difficult. Hopefully my I don't know if all my lines, all my holes are going to line up, but we'll soon find out. Hey, I just don't want to play with it too much because it's going to fray. It's not hemmed. Go in one. I suppose as long as it's kind of zigzagged on, doesn't matter. Come on, it's very hard to get it back through these holes. And it's probably why I have been putting off doing this. It doesn't look like it to you because I generally film these in advance. But this is not being filmed that far in advance because I've been putting off doing it. It's catching on the different threads. Now I have no idea where my 7 pre-folds have gone. This is just going on, however, it sort of goes through and then catches on a thread. See, I get it through and then just one little thread catches. Okay, this is going to be the last. If I keep playing with this, it's going to fray and we're going to have new curtain. New curtain. And I probably wanted that at the back because it's fraying, but okay. See, look what I've done to the side of it. Okay, there's one curtain on. We do need to put a bead on the end, but we'll get there. I'm just going to try and get these on first, I think. And then we'll worry about the bead. Okay, let's see if we can do this one. Prick, feed. And we want to prick, feed. The issue with this end is the plastic coating of the wire is pushing. I might move that over and try and use this end actually. Feed, 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 feed through. I'm losing all my folds again. Come on, go through. This wire is no longer straight either. That's okay. I've still got another set of big curtains to do. There has to be an easier way. It's getting stuck. There must be one thread there just getting stuck. It just doesn't want to go through. There. One thread. All that for one thread. Okay. We're going to go about here. I really don't want to lose it off the other end. I'll take that off. I think that's making it too heavy. Why won't you just feed? There's a huge hole there. And it just doesn't want to go through. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, I'm going to pause you. I'm going to fight and I'll be back. Okay. All I did was I really pushed my, oh, that's all fraying there. I really pushed my picky tool in the hole, so I created quite large holes. It's frayed one end, but we're there. So from there, we just need to stick these beads on, and I'm going to use probably my E6000 glue, if I can get it out. It's hiding on me. Okay. I just need a little bit. So we've got these little beads here. Oops. Probably going to have to dip the wire in the glue. Oh, sorry for that big bang. I have no idea what it is. It happens quite regularly, but I have no idea what it is. Oh, that didn't stay on, did it? It's in my hand. Okay, these are not going to be straight, but as long as they stay on is all that I matter. Oops, oops. Okay, there, they're on. I'm just going to put that to the side before I destroy it anymore. Woohoo! Let's move all these off and clean up just a fraction. All right, part one done. Now, this is the second part. So this is our big curtain. Let me get a tray for those beads. So now I was meant to use thick wire, but I must have used thick wire where I didn't need to use thick wire because I only had thin wire left. So it says bend the wire around the shape of the arch. Is it meant to go past the arch? Mine does. I must have cut it too big. You want an arch shape. And then we need to take one of these beads and stick it in the middle. So I might feed it on and then get some glue. Oops, I dropped my bead into my glue. Now, so I put glue on the wire. I'm just going to feed that bead to the glue. And hopefully that'll be enough to hold it. It's not going to be the perfect. So now we basically need to do the same thing. So I've got these. The only difference is cut out according to the semicircle template, fold and stick well. So it's doing it exactly the same. Let me pull these off. I've got to make sure I do a right and a left side. Except I need to cut. So I need to fold these down and stick them, but I need to trim them first or else they're not going to, because it's on a curve, I need to trim into them so we can fold each section down. That'll probably overlap the section before. And then from there, we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to pleat it, put the ribbon around the bottom, and then try and feed it through the wire. This wire might be a bit easier because it's a thinner wire, but whether it'll hold up or not, I'm going to put you on fast forward. So I'm going to do all these, but I'll fast forward you through it because you don't need to see me struggling through this again. Okay, they're somewhat done. I'm just going to put them to the side so those beads dry on them. My fingers are so sticky. Okay, let's just pack up some of this and let's do the next bit. Try and get some of this sticky off my fingers. All right, that's done. That's done. We're not using those glues anymore. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, the next bit we're going to do are these flower pots and the gate. So the flower pots come in 2 sizes. So I've got the little one there, and then I've got the big one in here. So what I've done again is I actually stick the template on the corrugated card so it makes it easier. Then we've got this little template to fold. So what we need to do is make this, then stick the corrugated on the ends, which is a lot easier because the other ones in the past I've had to actually, the box has been made out of the corrugated paper, and that stuff is really hard to fold. So this is going to be kind of good. What I might use is my double-sided tape, and we're just going to need tiny little slithers of it. Do you know what? I don't think it matters because if it just, oh, it's stuck to my finger with all that glue. Come off. It won't come off with all that fabric glue on my fingers. Do you know what? I'm just going to stick a whole bit across here. And the same on the other, because if it's sticky on the inside, it's just going to hold the plants up a bit better. If it doesn't work, now you know what not to do. Okay. Oh, my fingers have got so much glue on them. So all I'm going to do is fold these little bits in. I just ran my take a pick or my pointy bit along the fold lines to hopefully make it a little bit easier. Yeah. Fold that in, get it into position, because once that tape sticks, you're not going to be able to unstick it without tearing. I think the tape needed to be a little bit higher. I haven't caught the edges. Let's put a bit more tape in there. I haven't actually caught the edges properly. So one's done. Yeah, both those sides need a bit more tape in there. I put the tape in, but I didn't put it far enough up. So it would have worked if I cut longer bits of tape instead of being fiddly to get in. Okay. I think that's holding enough. Alright, so all we need to do, not overly happy. Not overly happy. Oi, that's a lot of glue. There you go, that'll dry, sticky. That'll dry. Okay, so what we do now is we put these. This has to go on the front, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to get my tape. And put that right along there. I've cut it too long. That's okay. Just cut that end a bit off. And I've cut it, it's a little fraction too wide, so I'm just going to trim it down there. And of course it sticks to my scissors. Everything's sticking to me today. Okay. Now I've got to just try and get the backing off the tape. If I can. Done. So, oh, that's going to be really wet glue. I was a little too far over. Damn it. It's okay. It'll all be okay. It'll work out in the end. If everything stops sticking to me today. And then you've got these two little end caps. I think I need to try and clean my fingers a bit better. Okay. I have got these little sticky dots, which I think I'll use for these ends instead of cutting. Oops, I squished my corrugation a bit. Instead of trying to cut really small slithers, I'm just going to use these glue dots. They're still like a double-sided dot anyway. Oops. The template came off that one. Oh, I really dislike that fabric glue. Works, it does its job, but it just sticks to everything. So I'm just peeling the backing off the dot and then trying to hold it. Now the hard bit's going to be, we then have to get this bit all the way around the corners and on. Oops. So that needs to go. Do you know what I do? I got this little squeezy bottle. I don't know if it's going to work with this glue. I don't know if this glue is going to be too thick, but I've just put that the tacky glue in, and I think it's going to be too thick. Oh, come on, come out. I think it's going to be too thick a glue. I was really hoping that would work, but I think the glue is just too thick to go down the nozzle. Damn. Doesn't even look like the glue's getting there. Let's sit that upside down and see if it will flow into the tip while we're working, and I'll just use this one. Oh, it's all running down the corrugation. That's alright, it'll just look like dried water on it. Little droplets of water. That didn't work at all. I think there's enough glue on it. Yeah, there's glue on here. Always cap your fine glues, because if that little nib bit dries out, you're never getting your glue out of there. Don't want to grab it too much with the tweezers because it'll wreck the corrugation. So this bit doesn't want to turn the corner up for me, and it's a little bit too long. Probably because I've gone a little bit too far round one side. Don't think I got glue on that end. There's glue there now. Except it's all fallen off the front now. Come on, stick. The downside with the fine tip glue is that it takes a bit to dry. I wonder if I can clip the sides. It's definitely sticky. Okay, I'm just going to put that to the side. So from there you need to Okay, I'm back. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to grab some PVA glue because it's here, and I'm going to run it down the pot. I'll do both sides. This will take a little bit to dry, so we've got time to work. Now, I used double-sided tape on that other thin bit, and I think it worked better. Okay, so all we have to do now is take all our green bits. I'm going to grab the other tweezers and put them in. Oops, I just lost two. So then, once we get all these in, we need to cover them in red beads. So I'm just going to lay them into the glue. And these are all just pre-cut little bits of the conifer. I don't know how many we needed. I'm just going to keep feeding them in until I've run out. It's quite a good one for the end. Nice big bit. Put some more down this end. I can move them around a little bit if I need to. The glue will eventually dry and it'll be nice and hard. It'll just take a little bit for it to dry. Now we've got to put red balls all over them. So I'm not sure how we're going to do this. I'm guessing I better get my glue back, and I might just use a PVA again. And I guess we just pick it up, put in a bit of PVA and drop them on. I'm going to have to wipe my scissors, these things that I'm using, tweezers, afterwards, because they're going to be covered in glue. But that's alright, that's why these ones are kept out here. And you just go and stick your balls all over your green. And that is our little berries on our plants, or our little flowers. How many do they do? Excuse me. They do quite a few. Ooh, that one's really covered in glue. Just until you're happy. I want that one to stand up a bit more there. Come on, stay there. I don't think I want to use that big ball. And that is your flower pots. So all that glue will dry clear. So you just need to keep going with all your balls. I'd love to hear in the comments if you're working on a miniature room or house, what you're working on. I've got a couple now to go on with. I've got another Christmas one that I'm hoping to have done by Christmas. I should be able to get the filming done by Christmas, but I don't know if all the... I think I need to clean my scissors, my tweezers. Why do I keep calling them scissors? Yeah, I think I'll have the filming done by Christmas on it, but I don't think it'll be up fully on my page by Christmas. I don't think there's enough weeks left, because I only do one miniature house a week on the page. I think I want to get some more. These are all pretty little. See, some more will come out that are a bit bigger. I don't do more than one on the page a week, so I think we're pretty sure we're going to run out of weekends, but I might have it built for myself by Christmas, because the next one, will be a Christmas room, and then we'll be into January, and I don't know if the whole miniature town's going ahead yet. I think it is. I'm not sure who's organising it though. So then it'll be, I've got a chocolate shop with little pastries and things. So that will be my January project. Okay, I think that's enough. On you go. There you go, there's our long one. So I'll just try and get some of this glue off the tweezers and pop our balls back. The last one we have to do is the gates here, so that shouldn't take too long. I don't know if we need these red beads for anything else. They're kind of going everywhere. So this is our last one, and this one should be a simple one, because all we need to do is stick these end bits on. Stick, oh, we need red beads for this. So let's see if my glues come down to the end. I can feel something. Just have a feeling the tips too. Oh, there you go. It might be too hard to get out. I'm gonna get it. It's coming, it's coming. There you go, some tiny little ones. So that just goes like that. Let's see if we can get some more glue out. I think I might need to try this with a PVA. It's a bit thinner. Perfect. It's working. It's just very hard to... I'm worried that it's going to just like explode in my face. It's working though. Let's be a little bit that way. Okay, so we've got our two gates. Now we need to put these facing in. Might just put it along here. It's very hard to get out the glue. It's coming, just takes a lot of force. Oops. Oh no. Excuse me. I pushed my gate down. I probably should have done these to start with and let them dry. Okay. So that goes on there. And then it has gold beads and the berries go on, and that's it. I'm going to let these gates dry before I try and do it, because they're not flat as soon as you put pressure on them. So I'm going to let them dry, and then I'll come out and put these last little bits on them. I've just got them there in the beads. So we've got our curtains, we've got our little planter boxes, and we'll have our gates. So job well done today. What we've got left, I think, are the Christmas tree and some presents and the snowman, and then we'll be up to the build. So thank you for watching today. If you like my video, please think about giving me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next miniature build. Bye for now.